I was watching the Kentucky Derby this past weekend.
I watched it. It was a great race.
I had a Derby party.
Who won?
Marge or something like that.
Mage.
That's who won. Mage won.
And nobody had that horse because the name was lame.
Yeah, I didn't pick Mage.
Name.
I enjoy gambling a time or two. It makes things more exciting.
Sure. What were the odds on that horse? Do you know?
Mage.
Yeah.
Sure, they were good because of that name sucks.
It was
so nobody's going to pick that name.
If I can have a horse and a competitive horse, I'm naming my horse Whoop That Trick.
I like that.
That'd be a good
They
one.
would let you too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They got
like
some
it's
weird
my
ass
horse
names.
and my horse kicking ass. You better let him
Jack
in.
Harlow would be out there like, I'm definitely betting on Whoop That Trick.
One question. What is up with the fouling, and why would you say you're fouling so much out here?
You are so fine, bro.
No, definitely don't bet on my fucking Jack Harlow. Fucking weirdo.
Well, as I'm watching the race on NBC, they make an announcement, which I'm surprised because usually the networks are trying to protect these race leagues because they don't want to cause no issues.
Sure.
Well,
But the host is like, well, we just had our 7th horse of the week go down, and unfortunately, such and such horse that went down in race number 4. This is Mike Tirico on NBC. He says they had to euthanize another horse. And they had a couple of analysts on the panel there, and he goes to them and he's like, what is horse racing going to do to fix this image? Because, it's cancel culture now. And my take on it is you can now gamble legally on basketball. You can gamble on baseball.
Don't need it.
All these things you can gamble on. The lure for horse racing in this country, obviously it's interesting to watch races, I think. You don't know who's going to win. But the betting, it was all about the gambling. It was all about the fact that you could show up at the horse track and you could gamble and you could drink. And now there's so many other places that you can go gamble and drink. Do we have to put these horses through this strenuous race in which if they fail and they hurt themselves, they're going to be killed afterwards?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I used to ride horses when I was younger, so I don't know about these particular trainers, of course. But what I do know is people who take care of horses, they love those horses. So
They do.
if these horses are getting hurt and they're having to be put down, I'm sure it's not anything that these trainers are doing to try to do this to these horses or that they don't care about the horses.
Sure.
And this is something that's been done for, a long time. And it's a culture of horses being with horses and racing. And I know it may seem cruel to us. But I just think that if you were to cancel it, you would probably lose a lot. You'd lose a lot. This is a big part of our culture. It's a big part of America, the Kentucky Derby.
Sure.
So I don't know. I don't know about canceling horse racing.
I would say embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Add it to the bill.
Try to make it better,
which horses
safer.
are going to get hurt and die? Which one dies first?
That.
Which is the
I don't
last
know about
one?
that.
Who dies fifth?
I don't know about that. I'm just saying, try to make it safer. Maybe you can get mechanized horses, make the horses into robots, make them half
You can do
robots.
that in Las Vegas. Have you ever seen that in
Yeah.
Vegas? Where they have the little bubble of mechanical horses, and
Yeah.
you can just sit there and bet on these horses.
Then if the riders fall, they just die.
Yeah.
They'll beat up by the bottom of them.
It just doesn't seem like a lot to have 7 horses. Be
No, it is
put
NASCAR
down.
It is a lot.
too.
And I'm
That's
not
like
saying
horse
that
racing,
it's
it's car
disgusting.
racing.
And of course, my first reaction is, we got to get rid of this. We got to get rid of this. Then I think about it, more, and it's just, I don't know. Is that what we do to everything?
Pretty much.
Life is about life and death. That is life.
Well,
Death is a fact of life.
Is there a way they can make it better? I think if they can fix it instead of canceling it, then let's do that first.
Well, I know they got rid
If
of the dog
possible.
racing. Locally here,
Yeah, they did.
and
It's
in
true.
the state of Florida, they completely got rid of the
really
dog
mistreating
racing.
those dogs too. though.
Yeah.
They really
And
mistreating
look, I've
those
been to
dogs.
that dog track, and I'm happy they got rid of the dog track.
Yeah.
Right.
Was
So
it that
maybe
skeezy?
maybe the horses
Greasy.
need to be free, but I will also say there's not a whole hell of a lot of places for horses to run free anymore either.
Yeah, it's not the Wild West anymore.
So they
Out west,
turned
there's some
every
nice
damn thing
properties.
down.
Out west, there's still some good property out west. I would imagine.
You ever see Freddie got fingered?
Oh no,
No.
no.
Anyways.
No.
Let's go on
Don't
to
do
our
it.
final topic
Thank
here
you.
before we